Hi, my name is Troy White, and today I'd like to discuss a little bit about what some perceive as impractical or outdated techniques in traditional Taekwondo or martial arts. I think it is my contention that this perception is wrong or incorrect. The reason why I say this is because if we look at practical techniques, what people say are practical techniques like sparring, like self-defense, or very similar techniques like live training. When we punch, we don't hang our punch out in the air. When we block, we don't hang our blocks out in the air. When we kick, we don't hang our kicks out in the air. And when we do joint locks or tying up, again, we don't leave openings purposely for our opponent. Since this is true, that would mean that all forms practice is incorrect and wrong and outdated or impractical. But if we look deeper into forms training and look at similar forms training like, say, Aido, the art of drawing the sword, where the practitioner, upon grabbing the sword's handle, will crack the sword, pause, draw the sword out to a point and pause, coil the sword up for a strike and pause. Within Aido, they call this Zen meditation or meditation within movement. These pauses are prevalent throughout many Asian martial arts. And similarly, these pauses are like meditation within movement, being able to settle the body and the mind and the spirit all in one at the highlight of a movement. Notice I said highlight. So that doesn't mean that that's the end all and be all of a movement, but just a highlight of a movement. Just as maybe the end of the punch is the highlight of the punch, it's not the whole dynamics of the punch, or a block, or a kick, or any other movement. So movement, if we took, for example, Wonyo, and what some might call the first three movements of Wonyo, or the first three techniques of Wonyo, realistically, it wouldn't just be twin form block, inward knife hand strike, and then front punch from a fixed stance. Those would be continuous movements from one to the next all the way through the whole pattern, from the beginning of the stance, 1, 2, 3, the pauses would be eliminated. There would be no pauses in reality. If we eliminate pauses within patterns, the more practical application of the techniques come out. I will demonstrate some of these on upcoming videos and post them obviously here as well and on the internet as well. So if we look at this, it's the same also if we take a form, as we have the pauses or the highlights of the movement. If we took a modern dance and took a photograph or a still move, like a still picture every 1 second or at the highlight of every movement, we'd have something coming out appearing similar to traditional martial art technique. Again though, that wouldn't do justice to the full dance or the meaning behind the dance. And conversely, in martial arts, it goes the same way. So there's a deeper underlying meaning behind those poses, those statuesque kind of techniques. There's a deeper meaning behind it. And if we spend the time to look at it, to train, to study, I think this is very important for us as martial artists. And I hope this answered a little bit more of my point of view. And if there's anything else, please, I'll try to do my best to answer as best I can. Thank you very much. Have a good night.